and welcome to the first episode of season 2 of the Ginger Hussies podcast. Today we're going to talk about It Chapter 2. My name's Rasheen.
I'm Alison.
I'm Dylan.
So, what did we all think of it?
Hilarious is my only comment. I thought it was a funny film.
I thought it was very, very long.
I agree, it was long and it was funny, but I also think it was really sad.
Yeah, it was quite sad.
All the Richie stuff really upset me. That bit with Richie and Paul Bunyan and when he was being bullied by Henry Bowers, that's just not nice. I didn't want to watch that.
I just loved Richie as a character. Loved how
Richie was
sarcastic he was.
I think Bill Hader did really well as well.
Mm-hmm. Bill Hader's great. Bill Hader's the best one, isn't it?
I like James Ransom, I think he was a very good Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really
Yeah.
think as well, like, obviously, they 100% saw it with that bit where it was adult Eddie, and then it changed to young Eddie.
Oh yeah, they all
They knew.
they all
looked
look
exactly the same.
they all look like the younger selves.
Yeah, because I was
But-
shocked at how much James McAvoy looks like the, whatever his name is, Jaden Martell.
Yeah, very well
But
cast.
the Chosen Jacobs, the boy who played Mike, wanted Chadwick Boseman to play him. I believe it was
Who
Chadwick.
wouldn't?
I don't know if Chadwick Boseman could play you.
I think he could. He's a very good actor.
But yeah, I do think it was good. I think, because obviously it's our first one when we speak about this, isn't it?
What?
In our first podcast, we speak about it, Chapter 2.
Chapter 1.
No, we speak about it, Chapter 2. For some reason, we go on to talk about the casting.
Oh, do we?
Because that's that weird
Oh.
one where we literally just...
Oh, that's okay. That's cool.
But that's
Oh.
where we said that we think James McAvoy is going to be really good. And,
then,
and then we watched it. He was not good.
how wrong we were.
I think he needs... I don't even know what it is, but, like, I get that it's hard to fake a stutter, but, like, it's not that hard. Tina managed to do it throughout the whole of Glee. And, like, it just, like, he was just underwhelming. Like, I
It
do
felt
think it was...
bland.
Yeah, I do think it was because Richie and Eddie were so good.
Yeah.
Like, they were very, very funny, and
Mm.
all the scenes of them together, I think it was them you were watching, not...
They were the
anyone
only
else.
two I think I cared about.
Yeah, exactly. And then Eddie died. That was really sad.
And I cried.
Do you know, on, like, the first week of uni, I was quite hungover, and I woke up in the morning and I cried about it, Chapter 2. Just thinking about it.
Unprovoked.
Yeah, I just thought about it, Chapter 2, and I cried.
God's sake.
It's just sad. Because also then I really, like, Mike, I think, I didn't mind him as much. It annoyed me a bit how obviously he lied to all his pal dems.
Yeah, but he'd obviously gone a bit mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the only one who stayed in that
Also,
place.
it was sad how he wanted to go to Florida.
I think he did, though.
Yeah, but he obviously did, but he's had like 40 years of his life not in Florida.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you want to go to Florida for more than just a little holiday?
I like Mike.
A little vacay.
Mm.
But yeah, I also really liked Stan, and Andy Bean is really attractive, and he was really pretty, and I was so in love with him, and then he just killed himself. And I was like attached to him, like straight away, and then he just died. He was so pretty. He was the prettiest one.
Okay.
And then they killed
I
him.
think Bill Hader's the prettiest.
Bill Hader is very pretty.
Lovely
But-
looking man.
Andy Bean was... He had such nice eyes. It really upset me that they killed him. I was ready for him to be my favourite character. But I am glad that it remained Eddie, because Eddie was my favourite in the first one. So I'm loyal, babes.
Hashtag loyal.
The introductions of the characters, a few of them are quite good. Bill and Eddie's is especially good. Immediately you know
Yeah.
who it is.
Yeah.
Immediately, like, also because he looks exactly the same as.
Jackson and Grace.
Yeah, they look so similar. It's so
It's
weird.
such weirdness.
Also, the scariest scene of it, because they do all. Why do they keep going off on their own in these films? But they go off on their own to find what they have to find, their artifact.
Yeah, they're
to
like
do.
special thingy.
Yeah, which, as far as I can tell, could just be anything.
Yeah.
It's just whatever.
feel
There's
like-
just something
yeah.
I
like-
really don't think it related back to the first film at all. Like Eddie's inhaler fares, the note from the note about her ginger hair
Yeah.
fares,
Yeah.
then the boat,
Mm-hmm.
but then like I don't remember seeing Richie go to the arcade that much in the first one.
No.
And what's Ben's? Did he get something out of his locker? 'Cause he's
It
in
was
his
the
lo-
yearbook, wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Yearbook
that
only
also
Beverly
is fair
signed.
enough because Bev.
Yeah, because I thought the scariest one of that was the old woman. I thought that was the best.
Not scary.
That was
I
not-
thought it was, of all of them.
My
That was,
cin-
I
the
saw
cinema
that on
laughed.
Twitter before like the
Yeah, but
film
that's
came
what I
out,
mean,
and
it
I
was
thought
spoiled.
I'd saw it as a parody,
'Cause it was
I
spoiled.
thought it was a mixtape,
I
and then it was
thought that was the
actually in the
best.
film.
But they released it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But,
But-
what would you say is scarier then?
I don't like the leper.
Yeah.
Scary.
I don't
Leper.
like the leper.
It's not
He's
scary.
scared. Yeah, but he's scared. Yeah, I would not want him to be sick on me.
Yeah, but it was like something out of Scooby Doo.
I wouldn't want my mum to be chained up with a zombie coming towards her and then
But,
a leper to be sick on
That
me.
bit was.
That was
like,
he threw up all over.
That was funny. I think also they didn't want it to be that scary.
no, I don't find him scary. I find him
I didn't
annoying,
like when he stabbed.
pointless,
Yeah,
not
honestly,
good.
when he was stabbing Eddie, I was so scared that Eddie was going to die then. And then my world came crashing down. Also, sorry, Bev, like they are like 40, late 30s. How did Eddie think, oh yeah, this stick kills monsters? Yeah, that's true. Like, why would Bev lie to him like that? And then also, why did he believe her? They're not children anymore. They are adults. If someone told me, oh, this stick kills monsters, I'd be like, alright, why are you being an idiot? Because it didn't kill him.
No.
It killed Eddie. The starting scene where the men were beaten up, the gay couple.
Yeah.
I don't think they didn't needed to make that as graphic as it was, because that upset me to watch.
Also, did you realise it was Kevin from Fred? Fred the movie. It's Kevin the bully. That's the guy that did
That's
it.
from the book, though.
Yeah, I know it's from the book, but they didn't need to make it as graphic as it was.
It was.
Like, they could
Yeah.
have just made it, like,
Like,
You
you
knew
knew what was
that-
happening.
you knew why they were beating them up, and you knew that they were getting beaten up. We didn't need to see how much they were getting beaten up. Especially because then obviously later on in the film, you see Richie get homophobically abused by Henry Bowers. And I get you're not meant to like them, and it's not meant to be enjoyable to watch, but it's hard. It's not nice to watch. But then, like, have you seen how people are like, oh yeah, Pennywise is homophobic, blah blah blah, and it's like, you're not meant to like it. He
Yeah,
eats
it's-
children.
Yeah,
You
he's
can
not-
eat children,
he's
but
not a good
if you are
guy.
homophobic, oh no.
That's too bad.
Because also,
Eating children, fine.
isn't he like rich? Like the idea of him is like based around paedophilia and stuff, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know about
Because
that.
I believe it is, and then I think he's also I don't know if this is true, and I don't know if this is just people making something up, but he's based on that weird clown guy, the clown killer, John Wayne Gacy, I think it is.
Is it?
I think so. I don't know if it's actually confirmed,
Hmm.
but because I remember, when the whole Babadook is a LGBTI thing happened. Because basically Netflix accidentally put Babadook in at the LGBT film section, so then loads of people made jokes that Babadook is gay, and then when it came out, people made those jokes about Pennywise, and loads of people were like, Pennywise is based off like paedophilia and all that stuff, and is very homophobic. Which is all like, oh god, is he homophobic or does he just eat? Does he just
Yeah.
eat that man?
Also, it's like, wouldn't that be part of like just any fears anyway? Just
Also-
is on what you're scared of, doesn't it?
I guess
Yeah.
also.
Allegedly.
I guess to be fair, he is, because obviously when he's saying to Richie, I know you're secret. The part with Paul Bunyan, when Richie turns around and Paul Bunyan's just like there, that's terrifying. Like, I believe I screamed out loud in the cinema when I saw that.
There's nothing that scared me in this film, really.
It was very much, like, it wasn't stuff that I like went home thinking, like, oh, that's a bit creepy. Whereas, like, there's other films, like, even The Conjuring, bits of it still scare me a bit.
I saw Scary
hell.
Stories to Tell in the Dark this year, and that was way better in terms of scares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really good film.
I think I looked like a psychopath in the cinema because they were like jump scares, but they were funny.
To be
So I was,
fair,
I didn't scream. I was laughing out loud in the cinema.
in my cinema, a lot of people were laughing.
Like, it was hilarious.
Like the old lady scene, people, like, everyone was just laughing throughout the whole thing.
Mm.
Pennywise is a good clown. Put it out there. If you went to the circus and he was performing, he'd be in stitches.
Doing a little dance.
What do
Literally.
you think of his like origin story? Where he came from space or something, and like, what they call him? They call him the Pale Man or something.
I don't know.
Well, they did that little,
You
they
know
did that little Deathly Hallows animation thing of him in a bird or something.
Do you know the bit where like they insult him so much that he goes all little?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
like upset me because he looked so sad. I think I would have.
You've just said.
No, but I think I would have just been like, oh, I'm sorry, Pennywise. If he just just leave us alone. You can eat some kids in 27
If
years.
your friend was over there dying.
No, honestly, I don't think Richie should have gone over to start insulting him. They had it covered.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Richie? Calling him a
Yeah.
sloppy bitch?
Good insult.
No, because also, no offence, but as soon as Eddie was stabbed, you knew he was dead. It went right through him.
Yeah, like,
What are you gonna do? But what did they tell his wife, Mum?
I don't know. I was always some of these things are like, what do they?
He got stabbed by a big clown.
he was stabbed by
A big clown
from outer
spider.
space.
I also hated the bit where like little baby Stan's face turned into that big bug, and then the part where it's like attacking Richie, and then Bill has to hit it off and then shouts at Eddie,
Oh,
and Eddie's
yeah.
like crying in the corner. That really upset me.
I thought it was kind of like good in like because it upsets them, which is what he wants to do. But also in the original it.
It upset me, Dylan.
In the original it, when they do that, they got the older actor who plays Stan to do it, and you kind of like, but how would they know what he looks like older? They never met him, so it's better that they use the kid head instead of an adult head. That's a weird thing.
Also, a part that did also make me jump was a bit where Henry Bowers goes under the bed and he's pulling the balloon, because obviously you're just like, oh, it's gonna pop, it's gonna pop, it's gonna pop, just pull it out, and then that little ugly Harry
Oh, I
Styles
was
voice
It was
there.
expecting
good
that.
it was good that they brought him back, I guess.
Yeah. Quite like.
But it was funny that he was just waiting outside in the car. Like, yeah, let's go. It's just done it in a Fast and Furious.
I do also, because me and Lisa,
Hand on the window, one of the steering
He
wheel.
did though. He literally.
I thought it was weird because we spoke about this. Like, obviously they're adults now, so whatever. But how much they swore? Because like when they were kids, it was like, oh, they're like 15. It's fun to swear.
Ooh, a swear.
But like Richie, every other word. Richie and Eddie, every other word was the F word.
I think it's because they were back though.
Like in their
'Cause maybe-
childlike state
Maybe
of
that's
mind.
why Eddie believed the stabby stab stab.
Oh,
Mm.
theory.
I think if you were going to try to kill one of them, Eddie would be the one to go for. Because he's little as well, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's so scared of doing anything.
I love him so much.
The amount of times in the film you just thought, if you stick together, he can't do it. You literally beat him up with a stick, not like we saw him do it. You shouldn't be as scared if they know they can just beat the guy up with sticks.
But I guess, because obviously it's the whole thing, like, they don't know what it is. Like, they can't remember. Because it's like how
Yeah, I
Richie
guess
said
so.
when he just threw up straight away. So you don't know.
Yeah, they all react poorly though.
Also, I didn't, like, some of the, like, the start of their stories, some of them, like, Eddie's, it was just sort of like, it's obviously that he has a few mummy issues.
Oh,
And then, like, Richie and stuff, it's obvious that, like, he's just not really happy in his life. He's got a bit of
Yeah.
a drinking problem. But then, like, stuff like Bev, it doesn't get solved. Like, is she okay?
Well, I guess it's in the film's eyes. It's solved that she has Ben now or something. You know
And
what I mean?
I guess that she leaves him. Also, firstly, sell that wedding ring, sis.
Yeah,
Don't leave it on the
yeah.
side.
Could have had some money for that bit.
And then also, like, I feel, because I don't personally, like, I didn't really warm to Ben. Like, I just felt like he
No.
was just there. Like, Ben, Bev, and Bill, I just thought, Ben, Bev, Bill, I just thought they were, like, there. But, and, like, I think I would have been more welcoming to their relationship if maybe you saw a bit where they were, like, where maybe she spoke to him about it, or something.
Yeah, Bill's thing is
Yeah.
just doesn't make sense because his thing is all about being guilt for his brother dying, but that's not his fault.
But I guess it's the fact that he lied. He lied. He died.
Yeah, but how is he supposed to know that a clown's going
He
to
lied.
eat him?
He lied.
This makes
He just
no
should have
sense.
known.
And then
He
He
he's
should have
lied.
known there was a
And
clown in
he
that
died.
Do you know
toy.
what? He should feel guilty for the other boy. Fair
Oh,
enough
yeah.
for that. That other boy, the clown won't go anywhere near him. And
Did that other boy actually die?
yeah.
That's a bit sad, actually.
Mhm. And then that little girl.
But honestly,
under
that's
the
a,
bleachers.
Oh yeah.
that's a little pooey boy who was like, Richie, blah, 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 blah.
Mm.
And it's like, tell him you're his fan.
I know, but he didn't deserve to die.
I thought it was Richie.
that was
Doing it.
that was better because I think a lot of people would expect him to save the boy, and he doesn't.
Save the boy.
Are you Pennywise?
Yeah, I love the bit as well. They were in the little underground bit, and Richie says, "Hey, losers," and then he comes that. I just love him. I love Bill. Do you know yesterday yesterday when I got in from the quiz, I just put on a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode, a random one, and I wasn't really paying attention. And then I heard a voice and I was like, no. And it was just the Bill Hader episode.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah,
Yeah,
I forgot.
I was
He's in like 2 episodes, isn't
He has a heart attack and died.
he? Yeah.
I love Bill Hader.
I love Bill Hader.
Should watch Barry.
I've been meaning to watch Barry for a while.
I want to see that.
Have you watched Trainwreck?
Yes.
He's good in it. Amy Schumer, however, unbearable.
Do you know what? I watched that because obviously she wrote that as well, didn't she? And I was kind of like, oh, maybe Amy Schumer's. Because I thought it was quite a well-written film. It was really good. John Cena's funny in it. So is
John Cena.
So is LeBron James. He's good in it. to be
I've
fair.
only watched it once.
He's the basketball player.
I know who LeBron James is.
Just wondering. Pull out.
We love mansplaining.
I don't mean it like that.
I do like Bill Hader. I think he's funny. I like
Oh.
James Ransone, but I haven't seen him in anything else.
Yeah,
you know-
I feel like I recognise him.
No.
Do you know he saved his next door neighbour from a rapist?
Wow.
He was chilling with his girlfriend, and he heard someone screaming for help, so he went downstairs and saw his neighbour with her man on top of her. So then he went into his girlfriend and was like, ring the police and lock the door, and then he ran downstairs, grabbed a metal pipe, and then chased this man down the road in his pyjamas.
The only
Aw.
thing I've seen with James Ransom is Sinister.
Oh, I might have seen that actually.
I believe he's the police officer.
I don't know if I've seen
He's a
Sinister.
bit pretty. Do you know he's asked on Twitter for people not to call him king because he doesn't agree with monarchy?
Oh, that makes him even prettier.
I love him.
Oh.
And the fact that Andy Bean's name is Bean. He's Mr. Bean. Because I was just going to say I want to be Mrs. Bean, and now
He's Mr. Bean.
Oh.
That's incredible.
I thought Jessica Chastain was good. I just didn't really see her in it. If you get me.
Yeah.
I just think I'm not a massive fan of Bev.
No, I don't like Bev.
I do think she's good, but I feel like she's very, always like patronising to the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I want to
That
know.
makes more sense when she's child. To be patronising a bit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because like she clearly feels more intelligent than the rest of them, as the younger self, if you know what I mean.
I feel like Stan comes across as very clever.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any confidence.
It's not his fault.
No, but
Not be mean to Stanley, please.
I wasn't being
That
mean.
was backing up your point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're saying he doesn't have confidence.
Yeah, because he doesn't.
Because
he clearly
you said it
doesn't. It's
first.
observation.
No, I didn't.
He did.
I said that he's clever.
Yeah, and I said he didn't have any confidence, which he
Yes,
doesn't.
I didn't say it first.
Honestly, I
Machine.
could have sworn it was you that said it.
It was.
Okay.
I like Stan. I think he was a bit annoying in the first film, though.
Well,
Maybe
he's
I
useless
only
in the
like him
first
because
film.
of the fact his actor was attractive in the second film.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Because he's useless in the first film.
And then he just kills himself. Useless and kills
That's
himself.
what- that first film annoys me the amount of times people just walk off on their own. Especially after they do a big speech where we stick together, we'll be fine. And then they all immediately just go off in different
And then
directions.
Bill punches Richie in the face. A hate crime, I might add. Have you seen those pictures where Bill Hader is talking to Bill Skarsgård?
Oh my god. That's about the bong eye.
Yeah.
I love Bill Hader. He's so funny.
Such a just an amazing man.
Ugh, what a guy. Yeah. I also feel like Ben's fear bit was scarier than the rest, but it wasn't that bad. Like, it was just Bev with her head on fire.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Kiss me, fat boy. Like, alright.
Does that? Oh, also this annoyed me. You know when he's hiding in the locker?
Yeah. Pennywise.
Stan?
Bill Hader. Be the heating coming on. Well, them builders that are on the walls.
In the walls.
They're in the walls.
What's your point? You were
Oh,
talking.
so you know when he's hiding in the locker from Scary Bev, and you know it's going to appear in the locker behind him, and behind him is what's the people he likes? Is it New Kids on the Block?
You think it's on the
Yeah.
Right. So there's the poster behind him. You can see the head of the poster. I'm like, oh, the eyes are going to move, and he's going to be the poster, but he
Yeah.
isn't. He just appears behind him, and I was like, oh, that's a bit
Oh,
of a
I
waste.
thought he was the poster.
No,
I
he
thought he
wasn't.
was the
Because
poster.
the poster was like really creepily smiling, wasn't it?
Okay.
No, but I don't think he was the poster. You don't see the poster like move or anything.
But I also have you seen the thing about how in the first one when they're like fixing up Ben's belly,
Oh yeah.
in the background you can see Pennywise looking at them.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice that when I first watched it. Then I saw it in
I've never seen that.
like this weird movie page.
There's quite a few Easter eggs like that.
I'm in it
I need to go
actually.
rewatch it.
One of the times when you see Pennywise, it's actually just me. It's that part where he's doing the dance. That's my favourite part of the first one. It's so funny.
I really liked the first one. This was really disappointing.
I think I liked it. I see, but again, I do think the only reason I like it is because I like Eddie and Richie.
I don't think they saved the film enough.
I think they'd save it if someone made a compilation which is just all of their bits.
Then they shouldn't call it a horror film. Really, they shouldn't call it a horror film.
Oh, it was not a horror.
Yeah. Well, I think the first one.
I think
at
at
least
most
has
it was a thriller, and I don't even know if it was that.
I don't think it was a thriller. I'd call it more like it's more similar to what you'd define like.
Dramatic comedy. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
So,
I mean, okay.
I'd call it a rom-com.
I'd say it's
Steamy.
just more of a typical like adventure movie kind of thing.
Like Goonies.
Yeah, kind of.
Like grown-up Goonies.
But less good.
I do like the Goonies, you know.
Like at least,
I like Corey Feldman.
like at least Stranger Things keeps to some of its horror vibes.
And it keeps Steve Harrington.
Praise be to Steve Harrington.
Whereas,
What a guy.
frankly, it lost Eddie. And honestly, if I had to kill one of them, it would be Bill straight away. Like, die.
Yeah.
Drown.
Yeah, but Bill has to learn how to end a story.
The hardest thing to do. Honestly, because also I think it's just sad because Eddie doesn't really get over any of his issues, really. Like, he stabs Pennywise, but he's still scared.
He does a bit where when he does fight back, and he's the one who realizes the way to beat him. It was like whatever form he is, put him into that form, and he's like, once he was a leper, obviously he was weaker. So once the reason he was sick was to get away from him more.
Oh, yeah, because he was choking him.
Yeah, and it was like, and it was working.
Kinky.
He was gonna get him.
Yeah, I think I enjoyed it. Like, because I watched it twice. Both times I drank in the cinema. Richard,
You big rebel.
Like,
Watched it twice.
I was drunk both
It's
times.
like 6 hours of your life.
Yeah, but to
It
be
goes on so long.
on the first one, I missed Richie, and then the second time when Richie's
You missed him.
Richie's Paul Bunyan bit,
Oh, right.
I missed
okay.
that bit. On the second one, because I don't like Eddie's bit. I don't like the leper. I went to the toilet, that bit, and then when I saw the Richie bit, I cried quite badly as well.
Wow.
Really did not like that. Also, I would have thought that Bev's fear would have more to do with either her husband or her dad.
You
Yeah.
get that bit at the final bit. Because isn't her dad trying to get into the cubicle with him?
Yeah. Oh yeah, because everyone's trying to. Because there's a creepy pharmacist. The pharmacy guy was so gross in this one.
Oh my god.
It's the theme that everybody is just the worst. Everybody's
Everyone's
the
got
worst.
So old and ugly.
Like the girl who's his daughter as well or something like.
But why did they make him look like? Honestly, it was repulsive. I hated the whole bit with Eddie because it was so
Yes.
gross. Like I just wanted to go use hand sanitizer the whole time. Like I don't even understand what really do. He's such a grim man. Like I'm really sorry to the actor. I'm sure he's not that bad in real life.
Oh, there's clearly makeup there.
Yeah.
'Cause it's the same person who plays him. I mean, he doesn't look great in the younger version either. But they've clearly like aged him up.
Yeah. Gives me heebie-jeebies. Because he's also really creepy to Bev in the first one as well, isn't he?
But you get a
Yeah.
flashback of him in this one.
You look like a Lois Lane.
Yeah.
It's like, alright. He just possessed me.
It's just gross.
I also thought it was weird how they did the weird, let's go jump in the water nude again. Not nude. They weren't naked this time, were they? No, they weren't naked the first time. Oh yeah, because that was a sad bit where they all hugged Richie.
Yeah.
Did
Lost his
And they lost their
glasses.
glasses.
Did Richie tell them all that he fancied Eddie? I think that's another thing that annoyed me a bit. Like, obviously they have a gay character, but I feel like, because I've seen a lot of people, say that it's mainly, media outlets, when they're writing about all the fears, they basically just say that Richie's his anxiety about being back in his hometown. And it's like, no, it's So he's gay. It's that he's gay, and when he
Isn't
was
he worried about it ruining his career or something?
yeah, he's worried
Yeah.
about it ruining his career, and then also the fact he fancies his best friend.
Mm.
Because I feel like they just don't really like you can choose to just be like, oh yeah, Richie's not gay. He just
And I think in the book it's more alluded to. They don't just outright say it. How they do it.
he's bi in the book.
Is it?
I believe so. But in the film, he's gay. It was sad. Because all of them had a happy ending as well.
Well, Eddie.
Yeah, but Eddie's dead. Eddie and Stan are both dead. It doesn't matter. But then Ben and Bev are living it up on their little boat.
What?
That really cute dog.
Bev is a gold digger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Does anyone say what Bev's job is? I don't remember what she does.
Marries rich people.
because Richie's a comedian, Eddie's a risk.
Risk set. That was clever. I like
Yeah.
it.
Like when they were all like, he said, "Oh, you should be a doctor." Honestly, I don't think he could be a doctor.
Exactly.
He,
Yeah.
he gets so grossed out by things.
Mm.
He 100% should be a risk assessor.
Yeah, but I really like because the scene in the where they're all in the Chinese restaurant where you meet them all together for the first time as adults is really good because they all I think they all work together well. They
Yeah.
all bounce off each other really well.
Especially Bill Hader and James Ransome. Like the bit where they're like all of their little conversations together.
You feel like they've been friends for a while.
Yeah.
But I guess it is because it's like they're meant to be they're back in Derry. They can remember everything again. It's like they're good old pals.
Because you remember because they're the ones who just say horrible things to each other all the time.
Not Eddie's poor mum.
Yeah.
But
Who he married, essentially. That's so weird.
I mean, he clearly had a lot of issues with his mum. His mum was not a nice woman. But then also, like, I didn't like how they were all being mean to Stan. When, like, they were like, oh, he can't come, I wonder where he is. It's like, he's dead.
It felt like
Yeah.
a very weird setup to some kind of horrible punchline, didn't it? So that-
Because it was like, imagine if, like, Dylan was a bit late today and we were like, oh, what an idiot. Can't stand him.
you kind of would sometimes, isn't it?
I don't think in that situation, though, because obviously all of them knew that they were scared before going. If it was
Yeah.
like, we don't remember what we're scared about, but we
But
knew
they-
we were scared.
They probably might think he's going because doesn't he say that he wouldn't let Bill down to Mike on the phone or something like that?
Yeah, but he...
Or does he say he's not going to let Bill down in the letter and to himself? I can't remember if he says that over the phone.
I can't remember, but obviously, like we've said, he thinks that if he goes, they're going to fail. So he, in his eyes, he's not letting Bill down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I feel like Mike thought he was coming though.
Mhm.
And I think they do think he's just late.
But also, when they were doing the fortune cookies thing, I did like the fortune cookies thing, that was quite cool. But also, I knew it was going to be about Stanley.
Mm.
Guess Stanley couldn't cut it. Also, Bev, honestly, just go forward and be like, I have Stanley's name.
Yeah, we should just, they're all like,
They're all like such trying to figure it.
Guess it couldn't cut it. And like, just go, oh, I got Stanley.
and then it kind of like, I suppose it is funny where they're all fighting the table and there's just nothing there. It's a funnier film. Isn't it?
Like, also, when the heads float down, I didn't like the weird head thing.
Mm.
The fact that they seem to really want you to see dead bodies.
Yeah. Do you think anything happened with the fact that Bill killed someone? Bill Hader killed someone, should I say. Richie killed them. He axed Bowers, didn't he?
Yeah, but Bowers was an escaped mental patient, so I don't...
True, but still nothing. Just
But they...
I don't know. I'm not a lawman, but
But I mean, didn't
I'm not the
they
lawman around
technic-
these parts. So I don't know.
I mean, technically he died, they thought he was dead when they were kids. And they didn't do anything then.
Yeah,
These kids are just murderers.
Oh no, but he turned up though, didn't he? Pretty quick.
But they didn't know.
That's true.
So they were like, oh, he's dead.
Oh no, maybe. Do you think maybe they did though? Because that would have been a news story at the time. I think they knew that he
But
must.
we
have
didn't. When they left, we didn't know. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They didn't seem to care that they might have killed this Henry Bowers.
but then obviously it would have
Yeah.
been long till they found out that Henry Bowers turned back up again though, because they all still lived there. They didn't all just leave town as soon as
Bev
they
did.
killed. So, yeah.
Bev left.
All right, but the others didn't. And he probably
Never
would have
forget
heard.
Bev again.
He probably would have heard about it.
But yeah, I do. It was enjoyable. Like, may
It's a
not have
good
been
time.
scary, but like I enjoyed watching it. I had a good
Yeah.
chuckle. I do think they could have cut it down. Like I do think there's bits that they just didn't need.
God,
Like,
that's
I
so
So many
long.
bits that didn't.
I get that obviously they were letting us know what they were all doing in their lives, but it didn't feel like Like, the Bill bit. Oh, I don't care that you're a struggling writer. I just don't think I like Bill as a character.
I didn't like him.
You killed your brother.
We didn't.
He lied, so he died.
It just wasn't his
It
fault.
rhymes, so it's true.
Everything that rhymes is true. Do you not know Phoebe Buffet's saying? But yeah, I just... Because I just feel like he didn't do that much. He killed that little boy, who was really quite cute as well. Also, like, he was just... It just
annoying.
And I think just because it was James McAvoy and I expected him to be so good, and then he wasn't, it was just a letdown. And then also, he cheated on his wife with Bev. He kissed her. He gave her a smoochie. Smoochy woochie. His wife, I want to know if his wife has been told.
What does Ben do? He just have a big company
Yeah, he just had a big
and a boat. Is that his job? Or
But
he
he
has a big
likes
company
the
and a boat?
underboard.
It's something to do with shopping, isn't it?
Is it? I thought he was like a big architect or something. Not
But
well.
they're building like a shop thing, aren't they? Maybe he's an architect, but they were building a shop. I don't know. But yeah, I just... And then, did we ever find out Stan's job?
He has a good job though, because it's a big old house.
But everyone in films usually has. For some reason, everyone in films is usually rich.
Yeah, they all did so well.
Richie didn't seem like he was a very successful comedian.
No.
But that's what confused me, because I think when he went on that stage, you were sort of getting the idea like, oh, he's not actually that funny. But then when the kid recognised him... Also, I didn't like the fact that he said that he doesn't write his own stuff, because, like, Richie is funny.
Yeah. I wanted to believe in him.
Yeah. I wanted Richie to be a successful comedian.
I wanted him to be a success.
And then Bev's job, we just don't know what it is. Mike runs a library, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Beverly Marsh is a fashion designer.
Oh, so she does. She's not just a gold digger.
Bill's,
We
a
apologise.
Bill's a successful horror writer, but I think they changed that to horror movie writer.
Yeah, but it's a book, isn't it? He did write a book and then they're adapted. He's
Oh,
a book
is that what it
author.
is? It says here that in the book, Eddie runs a limousine rental company.
Oh.
Odd.
Yeah, Rich is a comedian. Ben is now a thin and successful architect living in Nebraska. And Stan Uris is a wealthy accountant.
A very, very pretty accountant. I'd like to marry him.
Tax returns would be so good.
Oh, I can't wait for that. And then I'd be a widow.
Oh god.
Kapow.
And then you realise that Ben's not fat anymore.
Then I go for him. But yeah, I do think it was, and also I like the bit where Bill Skarsgård had the makeup on but not like properly, and he was
Yeah.
pulling
When
his.
he's pulled his face down.
Yeah, that was quite good. That was a bit creepy, because Bill Skarsgård was actually doing that. He pulled his face off.
Man.
He's such a good
talented
actor.
guy.
Yeah, he's so method. It's mad when he actually turned into that big old spider. Just
When he
incredible.
deflated himself. So.
What a performance.
But that was
That-
an actual heart that they were
heart.
holding.
Bill Skarsgård is dead. He gave his life to it, chapter 2. I really liked how in the first one, between takes, he would make sure that all the kids were okay and not too scared.
Oh,
That's
I
really
didn't know
cute.
that.
I personally would be keeping it going. I'd want
I
those.
would terrify them.
I'd want those kids to.
I would be having the best fun.
James McAvoy let me down, and I never want to be let down by James McAvoy. He's never let me down, ever. But now, sadly, he has.
No,
I told you about.
X-Men Dark Phoenix.
I told you X-Men. Anything after First Class.
Nah, some of them are... This is truly Paul.
I told you about my weird dream about James McAvoy, didn't I? I don't know if I told you. And I think it's probably backlash from this and me thinking, oh, I don't really like him that much anymore. Basically, I had a dream where I was on a night out and I pulled James McAvoy because obviously, why wouldn't I? And then the next morning, he was talking to me about how he wants me to meet his family. Very quick move.
Wow.
And then I can't remember why, but Ewan McGregor was there. And
Why
I
wouldn't he?
I remember consciously in my head being like, well, I want to go with Ewan McGregor. I don't want to be with James McAvoy. And I remember, like, there was a bit in the thing where, in the dream where he kept saying to me, like, James McAvoy was like, oh, we'll just go back to Scotland, we'll go visit my family. And he was like, oh, you can trust me, you'll be fine. And I just kept saying, yeah, but I've seen Split. I know what you're like, James McAvoy, I've seen Split. And that was my way of getting my way to Ewan McGregor.
Oh.
I do like James McAvoy though. He's quite little though, isn't he? He's like 5'6",
Very small
5'7".
Okay.
I don't know if that's accurate. He is quite short. Because I imagine he probably had, you know, those little shoes that Robert Downey Jr. wears.
Oh, did you see the ones of... You know, there's that movie coming out on Netflix, The Irishman. That was alright. It's like Martin Scorsese's gangster film, or whatever. Everybody's going nuts with it. It's apparently like 3.5 hours long, so I'm not watching it. But Robert De Niro's in it, and there was a set photo of him, and he's got these shoes on, and the stilts are about that big.
I thought you were going to say Robert Downey Jr. Like, what? That's nice. I like to imagine it's not that scary when you think that James McAvoy is wearing creepers and stripes. Because Bill Hader's tall, isn't he?
He's a very tall man.
James Ransone is quite small.
Yeah.
But Jack Dylan Grazer was quite small. I think he's grown now. Because they had to edit him like a lot.
I think they had to edit all of them a lot.
It is an awkward time.
It's mad that everyone saying they've de-aged children. Oh, it's weird.
It's weird how quick kids age. When
They grow
So
up
profound.
so fast.
I love being the kids from It's Grandma. No, but like, because it's like how they had to make it so Stranger Things 3 was like further in the future, because
They all shot
they all
up about
grew
a
up.
foot. They all look a foot taller.
you've seen the pictures of Finn Wolfhard on the white carpet, on the red carpet where he's just like, because then also Bill Hader stands like that. Have you also seen that Finn Wolfhard made fun of Bill Hader's divorce? So they were basically just saying like, oh, do you like admire the people who play you older? Like, would you want your life to go in their direction? And Finn Wolfhard was like, well, he's just had a divorce. And loads of people were like, oh, that's so mean. It's like, Bill Hader is going to understand it's a joke.
Yeah.
He's a comedian and
He's
also
gonna laugh
is a
at that.
child. Bill Hader's not going to go fight Finn Wolfhard.
I will never work with him again.
Oh, they were quite good casting. They're both
Uh-huh.
quite funny. Because
Yeah.
I also did have my doubts about Finn Wolfhard in it. Because I thought like, oh, am I going to only see him as Mike? And obviously Mike isn't that funny. Mike's my least favourite kid in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
But with this, he is funny. He's good.
Good actor.
I like him. He seems like a cool kid. I don't really know much about the other kids other than... I know that Wyatt Olaf is quite cool. Do you remember how James Charles tweeted, like, after the first film that he's 5 minutes into watching it and it's the most boring thing ever? And Finn Wolfhard replied to him saying, no phones in the cinema.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
did see
first
that.
rule. And then James Charles did a Pennywise makeup tutorial. And Wyatt Olaf tweeted saying, it's you hated the film but will do anything to get views. Basically these kids don't like James Charles, and honestly say, I'm sorry James Charles if you listen.
I'm not sorry.
I don't know who you are.
Makeup artist.
Okay.
You've
I
really
now
aged
know.
yourself there. You've aged
Yeah.
yourself there.
Right.
And you've got your wang out.
Yeah. I was wondering when we were going to bring attention to it. Been waiting patiently.
We're in university, Dylan. We haven't actually mentioned... Is it going to sound better quality or not, do you think? Because we're in a proper recording studio thing.
Splashed up for
I
season
think-
2.
I think the thing that would make it sound better would be the mics, not necessarily the room. I'll be honest.
No, but we won't hear Emlyn walking around whistling anymore. Because he's
Not
dead.
Lewis cooking.
Also, you don't live with him anyway. But
Yeah, it will be quieter because people won't walk around anymore. Because we're the only people left in the world.
mad.
What are we going to do next week? The Joker?
Oh yeah.
You're
if you've seen
joking,
it.
aren't you?
I think people are going to be talking about Joker for years.
Alright.
Oh.
No,
Wow.
whether
Shag it then?
whether you think it's good or bad.
Shag it then?
Okay.
What? They threw me out of the cinema.
They didn't. Oh.
You're an idiot.
I forgot what I was saying. So I was like, what? Why are you lying that they thrown thrown you out of the cinema when you went to watch the Joker. But yeah, hopefully we'll be doing the Joker, but me and Rasheen need to see it.
Yeah.
And we're both lazy girls. We do technically have like a whole weekend free though, so if we got off our big old bums.
If you go to the View, it's £5, and then you get money off your Frankie and Benny's.
Oh.
Because I could just get
I love
train
the Frankies and
heading.
Bennies.
Okay.
So we might be doing the Joker next week.
Sorry.
Have a lovely week.
See you then.
See you soon.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Oh my god.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
See you later
Bye.
then, everyone. Everyone,
Bye.
enjoy your weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.